Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, to sage Narada and all other sages and saints, and to each of you divine soul watching today's satsang. So today we will be picking up Sutra number 37, part number 3, and this is from chapter 2, which is Glories of Supreme Devotion from the Narada Bhakti Sutras. Commentaries by my Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's get started on part number 3, which is more about mantra and its repetition. And as we had talked, mananatrayate iti mantra. Mantra means a constant holy name that has been given to you by your guru or a spiritual preceptor that is needed for your fast progress and spiritual development. So repetition of the divine name is the most effective method of purifying the mind, removing obstacles, drawing divine grace, and ascending the heights of spiritual perfection. So this is what a mantra does. It goes and cleanses our within. Sages and saints from ancient times have composed songs and verses in praises of the divine name. And there are many such saints like Tulsidas ji, Kabira, Surdas, Guru Nanak, Lord Chaitanya, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Sri Swami Shivananda ji, and many others. They have expounded the glory of mantra japa, and it's also in the Upanishads. So there is a well-known saying of the enlightened ones, the name is even greater than the deity whom one worships. And this comes in the Ramayana. It says, Rama se bada Ram ka naam. Ram's glory of his name is bigger than the Lord Rama himself in his physical form. This is because the name is indicative of the absolute self or Brahman, wherein all names and forms as well as all limited concept of the devotees' minds are transcended. So when we chant the name, it should be like a mystic sugar candy. We should enjoy the mantra. On the other hand, the deity whom one worships is blended with the limited concepts of our mind, just because our mind is limited. So as the devotee advances on the path of devotion, he is led by the raft of the name to the deity as he is, unmixed with mental concepts. So the more you chant the mantra, you are gradually increasing your capacity to connect with the divine energy. So name therefore is described as greater than one's deity. So speaking of the glory of japa, repetition of divine name, this comes in the moksha dharma. Bhishma is a very important character in Mahabharata, whom Arjuna ends up killing in the end, or shooting him with arrows, and then he leaves the body based on his own will, but basically says that a japaka is one who is devoted to the practice of japa. One who does japa will attain liberation. So this is why japa is given such an important aspect, because it cuts down the repetitive birth and death cycle. While one who falters in japa will go to hell, which means if he doesn't chant the japa properly, and pronunciation, intonations, and etc. in the Vedas are given a very important prominence. So therefore, when he said if they don't chant it properly, they will go to hell, King Yudhishthira asked why a practitioner of japa should go to hell, saying that if it were so, no one would attempt to take recourse to japa. And so listen to this, because it's very profound. Bhishma ji explains, since the practice of japa is capable of leading one to liberation, any deviation from that blessed goal is considered hell. So it's not like you will be literally in hell. He says even you will be in heaven because you have done the japa and and etc. But even heavenly experiences resulting from various deeds are considered hell compared to the state of liberation attained by japa, because with proper japa you can get mukti or liberation. You'll never be born again and you will be merged into the divine consciousness forever. Whereas if you do it haphazardly without faith and without full knowledge, etc., then although you are doing it, but it is a little lower. You may get heavens and a lot of pleasures, but then again after those terminate, you have to be born as something else or some other embodiment or coming back. In other words, no liberation. So therefore japa must not be practiced for transient rewards. We should not ask for material things. It should be done in a selfless manner. That is the essence of the significance of mantra japa, and it should be done with faith, and it should be done with devotion to the guru. Guru becomes your guide. It's like, you know, you need a boatman to take you from one side of the river to the other, and so the guru acts like that. Your self effort is intensely required. You are supposed to do what the guru asks you to do, but then if you're following the path and the guru is a genuine guru, that's really what's important, that you follow the right guidance from the right teacher, and then you will grow. Otherwise many people get stuck in wrong guidance, and then they wonder why they have not progressed. So this is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.